What up? What up? What up? What up? Y'all
What
heard the
up,
theme
though?
music. Y'all see these beautiful faces. You know what time it is. This is the Let's Get Cancer podcast. I'm your boy, Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable loudmouth.
And I'm Tommy with an H. I'm the voice of the people. I speak for y'all. Hey, yo, cousin,
What up, cousin?
you ready?
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't
Yeah.
even a question. That
Not
wasn't
even a
even a
question.
question.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
You ready?
Let's get canceled.
Let's get canceled.
All right, man. So listen, tonight, uh, white folks, if you're
Yep,
sensitive, you might want to go ahead and turn this off now because this is gonna be
right
bad.
now.
It's gonna
Right
it's
now.
gonna be ugly. All right. We just gonna talk about because I feel like, and this may be just my own biases. I feel like we may or may not have allowed white people to get too comfortable, and we gonna talk about it a little bit in a couple of different aspects. Some that we've talked about before, certain people we've talked about before. Some that we haven't talked about yet, but we gonna
Current
talk about
events. Current events.
today. But first, like y'all know what it is, man. We appreciate everything that y'all are doing with us, man, rocking with us. Please, please understand that we love y'all. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all, all that good stuff. So, but if you like what you are seeing, go ahead, hit that like, hit that share, man. Give us a thumbs up wherever you're watching this from. Talk to us in the comments, man. We live, baby. We here right now. Talk to us in the comments. Let us know where you watching this from, where you at, if you like what you hear. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time we go live here on this platform. Even if we're not going live, every time we drop new content, you'll be notified. All right.
Indeed.
Also, if you like what you're watching, what you're seeing, and you want to catch up later on, you can catch us tomorrow everywhere you get your audio podcast. Everywhere you get audio podcasts, you will catch us there. Listen to the Let's Get Canceled podcast. Just search the Let's Get Canceled pod, and you will find us. You know the logo, you know what it looked like. All right. So just catch up
Mm-hmm.
with us. All right.
Indeed.
Ah.
Indeed.
So,
Now
Cuzzo,
that
man, how
that's
you
out of the
feeling?
way.
Yes, sir.
Now that that's out of the way. Because
Yeah, man.
I'm good. I'm disturbed,
Uh
but I'm
oh.
good.
Uh oh. Uh
So
oh.
that's where I am. Like mentally, physically, I'm making it work. Been doing my exercises, so I'm good. But then there are things that I see that kind of perturb me a little bit. So figured we could have a discussion about it tonight. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right, bro. I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm doing all right. Um,
Good to hear.
yeah, I went to my follow-up appointment. Um,
Hmm.
he was not happy with the way my blood pressure looked at the time because they had taken me off of one of the medications or whatever. He immediately told me to go back on it because he's like, well,
Hmm.
things look like they got under control. Everything is straight. So I think I'll be all right at that point. But yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good. I
Yeah.
feel
So
a
those
lot better.
things, yeah, you normally don't get to just abruptly stop your blood pressure meds without doctor's approvals. So
Right.
I'm glad they got that situated for
Keep
you.
in mind, this is the same hospital. I went to this hospital before with these bad migraines, and that doctor in the hospital told me, well, your blood pressure is high, but I think the blood pressure is high because of the migraines. My doctor said, no, I'm pretty sure the migraines is because of the blood pressure.
Because of the
He
hip,
said,
yeah.
so I'm going to fix the blood pressure and let's see if the migraines go away. And I'll be dog if my doctor didn't have it exactly right. Shout out to Tyler Wade, Dr. Wade, you the man. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Keep you right.
Straight up. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah. So we've been talking earlier this week,
Hmm.
um, and we talked about a preacher that we have talked about before. His name is Shane Perry, right?
Former preacher.
Former preacher,
He
because
can't
he
be
ain't
he can't be preaching any longer.
right.
He cannot be preaching any longer.
That's what he say. But I don't know, man. If y'all are not familiar with Shane Perry, like he is a different character. This is the same guy. This is the guy that got kicked out of the convocation,
Hmm.
coach of convocation. And he tried to say it was racial and it's because he was a white boy and all this other stuff. And I'm just like,
Hmm.
nigga, please. That's
Because I
what you want to
remember
be
him saying
anyway.
he can out preach
Oh
those other
yeah.
guys, and they're just mad at me because they don't have the following that I have, and all these other sorts of things. And
Right.
we did have a discussion in that. Are we allowing them to have too much room in our spaces?
And I think then I was like, I'm pretty sure we're allowing them to have way too much space. But
Hmm.
because they get real comfortable, right? And
Right.
I think I remember showing a certain picture of him,
Mm-hmm.
and I talked about him pretty bad because if
Mm-hmm.
you notice, if y'all remember this picture, that's that man. That
Yeah.
man. Look at the background. Let's just matter of fact, let's get us off the screen so we can talk about him in his background. Y'all see the crinkly, crunchily, crackly background. This backdrop over here, like all of that stuff. That means you did this at your crib, bro. Like so, I'm not really with it, bro. But anyway,
Right.
that's who we talking about. Shane Perry has had another change of heart. So now he's
Mm-hmm.
back to just being, as the old mothers used to say, worldly. Shane Perry has, and he's gone on a rant. All right, I, y'all listen. This nigga said, and I'm gonna say nigga because he went. I'm gonna say nigga because I can't. Uh, he went on a long tirade over a few days and posted videos. We were gonna play the videos for y'all. It's a lot. I got a few clips of some stuff that I'm play for you, but it's a lot. He went on a tirade about he can say nigga. He's never said nigger. Like I'm so sick of that differentiation, bro. I'm so sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it, and especially when it come out of white people's mouth. White people, white white people. Oh, my boy's in the building. Oh shit. Say, hey, shout out to my boy Asher. Asher, Asher, I just hopped in. This is about to be
Uh-oh.
interesting. You got doggone right, Ash. It's about to be interesting. I'm so sick of them saying, like, making a difference between nigga and nigger. Let me explain something to you.
It's the difference. It's the differentiation you would make for your white friends when you were like elementary school. That's one of those things before you knew any better. That's one of those differentiations. I know I did. I know I had a. I'm not going to even
I
call his
didn't.
name out, but I had a white friend, fifth grade, sixth grade, one of my best friends, man. And I would always tell him like, "Hey, man, as long as you don't use the hard ER, I'm okay with it." Man, anytime we were outside, I was like, "You can just say it around me." He was like, "Okay," but I'm like, "Cause you're my nigga." So and my mother was like, "No." My mother was like, "What if he said
What?
that you were his nigga?" And I was like, he wouldn't say that." I was like, "But he could," and yeah, there was a whole situation. So around sixth grade, he knew better. I was trying to shoot him some bail because that was my buddy. But yeah, as I got older, I understood that he would end up getting himself in a lot of trouble if he let that slip outside of our company. So
A whole lot
lucky
of
for him,
trouble.
he was a smart guy. Lucky for him, he was a real smart dude and
Smart
did not
dude.
let that happen.
Look, I didn't have that issue. I remember being in elementary school and your cousin and your female cousin.
Mm.
How can I say this without
Hmm.
pointing out who it is? Up north,
I know
she
you're
was
talking
in
about.
school. She was in school with me. This was my road dog. I don't think it was in elementary school. We might have been at middle school at the time. I don't remember, but I remember getting into it, and she had done got real into church at that point, and she was telling me all the time how I was acting up and blah 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 blah. And she told me like I got into a fight uh, with this dude, this white dude, and she was like, "You can't be fighting." Da, 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 da. I said, "But he called me a nigga." She said, "He called you a what?" And then she went to go fight him. I'm like, "Oh no, oh, so Jesus wants you to fight now, huh?" Okay,
But that's
uh,
really how it is.
you right,
Yeah,
Ash.
you remember that new? You
Yeah,
remember that news article? They
they
did a
say nigga,
Boondocks
nigga,
episode on it.
nigga, nigga, my nigga. What's up, my nigga?
Right.
Yeah,
I just said it like he says it. Yeah, and exactly. And that to me is a part of my situation with it is letting them into our spaces as much as we do. They decide they get to tell us when to be offended and
right.
why we shouldn't be offended by whatever they're doing. So for Shane Perry to have been around black folks that much and then to decide, okay, well, I can say it because I don't say the hard ER, so you guys shouldn't be bothered by me. You shouldn't be bothered because I didn't say the hard ER part.
You're right.
Oh, and then the other part is I have black friends.
Right. That's the problem for me. Like that's not the only problem. Number one, he ain't got no friends under the age of 65, apparently. And number two, who are these house Negroes? I'm sorry, I don't know them. I don't
You
know
don't
them.
you
I
don't
should
know
say.
what you don't know these men. You don't know these men. What are they saying?
Yeah,
What are these young men talking about?
I don't know what they talk about, but I didn't even play the audio because they just in there just talking like
And
old black men do. And that's the thing. I'm cool with that. And if you cool around your people, that's cool. But what it shouldn't be is the video that you put out on the internet, not on. Come on.
But that's the and here's the thing with that part. Here's the thing with that part. You know how to self-edit yourself, Asher. You know how to self-edit. So if you're gonna self-edit, you just do it when there are other people around. Do you remember what was the name of that movie where Buddy was in his car rapping along the Scarface? And he was going in on I forgot, it was the intro to a movie. Buddy was going in on Scarface. As soon as he got around people, he turned his junk down a little bit. It was having his moment. Like, it was a great scene. And we understand that, hey, you're gonna do what you do. You're gonna do what you do. Just don't get caught slipping. So self-edit yourself. But when you in the car, let her rip. Let her rip. We know. Here's the thing about Black folks. We know that you do it. We know every person has said it. No, and anybody who says they have not, nigga, you will sit around and just practice saying the word because you don't want to sound bad around your white friends. So we understand that you're going to say it the right way, right? Because if you put the hard er on around your white friends who have Black friends, they're going to be like, no, you can't say that. So you will sit around and practice to make sure that you say nigga. Dude, I know it happens. I know it happens, and we all know it happens. We just say, just respect us enough, and that's the thing that I think is the problem. It's a lack of respect when you allow me to see it. Kind of like when my buddy would tell me about cheating. He was like, the respect that I have for my old lady is not to ever let her find out. So he was like, that's the thing. He was like, because if I didn't respect her enough not to let her know, then I'm wrong. I was like, okay, but and again, it's a respect thing. So just respect me enough not to say it in my face and to me. But other than that, man, hey, we know you say it. We know you say it. And rap songs, do I blame the rappers? Do I blame the record label? See, you lost the scroll. That's your product. You lost the scroll. But and I said somebody told me that. That's not my. I'm just saying. If somebody told me that, and I understood it. I understood what he was saying. But is it who do we blame for the rap lyrics? Do we blame the Black folks for talking to each other? Do we blame the white folks for buying it and wanting to say the nick? Because that's my big thing about the N-word. Why do y'all want to say it? Why do you want to? What's the big deal about wanting to say nigga?
There, you will get different reactions based on whether or not the reaction is going to be bad regardless if you say it and around
necessarily
me.
No, because you got some.
Okay, I talk about me. If you say it around me, it's going to be a problem regardless. The issue will be the degree of my anger and my reaction will be based on what's going on. For instance, if I'm doing a song, blah 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 blah, and nigga comes up, and you get rapping along with the song, you say nigga, I'll be like, whoa, hey, bro. If your response is, my bad, I didn't mean to even say that, I'll be like, hey, man, you got to watch that. And now you got to be quiet for a little while. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to punch you in the mouth. But if you say, man, these niggas getting on my nerves, that might get you, you know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the Kendrick Lamar's concert where he brought the little girl up on stage and she was rapping and she said, and where he had to take the mic from her, like, hey, no, you can't do that. See, she didn't understand that she was supposed to self-edit even in front of all these other people.
Right.
Like, that's the one thing about her. Now, but there is another little white boy that's on, he was doing karaoke and he was doing Biggie song, Juicy. And he got to the end, he was like, and if you don't know, now you know. And he just yelled, nigga, so loud into the microphone. It was like he was waiting on that part. And I will, like, that was the funniest crap to me, even though I know his parents, because he was a kid. So I was like, his mom probably let him do this at home all the time.
And the thing is I probably wouldn't be mad at the kid. Like I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, yo, hey, you got to tighten that up, mom.
You got to check. You have to check him. You have to check him on that part. Like, but listen here, buddy, that could get you smacked real good. So don't do that one again. But yeah, watching white guys call each other nigga, like I was watching The Wire again on my other watch, as I always do. And white boys and they calling each other niggas. And there was one white boy that checked and was like, hey man, you know you're white though. like you know and again, and that part I kind of don't understand either. It's like we the only ones that are niggas. We call white people niggas all the time.
What your boy said? Dave Spell said, well, I'm not a nigger either.
Right. I'm not a nigga either.
This is true.
Yeah,
This
please.
is
Yeah.
true. Don't do it to
Yeah.
yourself. Hey, I want to show you something real quick. And I did not previously tell you I was about to it's a show. Ash is in here, bro. He's
Hey, but he is. Hey, I understand
playing this
because it's
up.
kind of like.
But you know what? Let me tell you something about Asher. I can tell you honestly, he's looking for a way to be like, hey, I'm not trying to piss nobody off, but he a cool dude. Like that's my dog. Like if we go somewhere right now and you cross Asher, trust me, you'll catch these hands. Like if you cross one of mine, but he also ain't gonna cross that line. So I'm like, hey, we
so
good.
That's why you would defend that because you know he didn't do anything to bother you. So that means you're picking. And yeah, that's one of those situations where.
Look here.
But I completely understand substituting words. Like when I hear songs where females are singing and they say boy or something like that, like I replace it with whore. So I get it. I do.
And on that note, here we go. Watch this.
Other battle rappers, they talk too much, saying I can't use the N-word in this battle. My nigga, I just call it you.
Hold on. We're gonna watch that again.
Other battle rappers, they talk too much, saying I can't use the N-word in this battle. My nigga, I just call it you.
Here's the thing with that. I'm not mad at his homeboy for stepping in.
I am a little bit.
I'm not. Homeboy, his homeboy. You can't sock him. You let me sock him. You tell me to check my homeboy. You don't get to check my guys. I replace it. I replace it because I'm not gonna say you don't walk away, boy. I'm not gonna do that. Don't walk away, whore. It rhymes. So I don't say boy, I say whore.
Oh my God. But that right there was one of those situations where I looked at the man's face. And there's a backstory on that video that he was told. That's why he had that line. He was told beforehand, like, nah, hey, I don't care what you have done in the other back. And he's around other people. They did an interview later on, and his boys was like, oh, he said around that, blah, blah, blah. Understand something. Your nigga pass does not go further than the nigga who gave it to you. I'm sorry.
It does not have it doesn't have a transfer on it.
No,
that shit is
not
for
at
your
all.
line only. That's for your bus line only. That shit does not have a transfer. You do not get to go anywhere else with that. Doesn't happen.
So here, let me show you this other video of your boy Shane Perry. This is what got us talking about this, y'all, because he went on a tirade, posted different stuff, and it's just like, hey, you ain't gonna make that, homie. Let's just watch him, and you notice that he about to say something crazy because he already ain't got no shirt on, and it makes us nervous when you do stuff like that. So watch this.
Oh, hey everybody, it's Dr. Shane Perry Sr. here. I was just thinking, the only way we're gonna end racism is to mix all the races. However, there's only one way we should do it. We need to make sure that white guys are marrying black women or just having babies with black women. The reason why is because we always get upper echelon black women. I mean, I can prove that by my history. However, black guys always get with white girls that white people don't want. They're like overweight, trying to be something they're not. No. We don't need no ugly children. All right. I don't even date a woman with ugly children because it brings the whole section down. So let's do it like this. White men having babies with black women only. All right. And then we can change racism because the girls y'all going for, y'all going to create a race of idiots. So let's not do that.
Hey, I'm going to run this back. I don't care what nobody say. We're going to run this back. Let him. I want y'all to listen
Dr.
to what
Umar. You got to run it back like Dr. Umar.
Right. I want y'all to hear what this boy's saying. Hold on. Listen to what he's saying.
Oh, hey everybody, it's Dr. Shane Perry Sr. here. I was just thinking, the only way we're going to end racism is to mix all the races. However, there's only one way we should do it. We need to make sure that white guys are marrying black women or just having babies with black women. The reason why is because we always get upper echelon black women. I mean, I can prove that by my history. However, black guys always get with white girls that white people don't want. They're like overweight, trying to be something they're not. No. We don't need no ugly children. All right. I don't even date a woman with ugly children because it brings the whole section down. So let's do it like this. White men having babies with black women only. All right. And then we can change racism because the girls y'all going for, y'all gonna create a race of idiots. So let's not do that. All right. Thank you. It's been a public service announcement from Dr. Shane Perry Sr. Love you.
Bro. Did you read the caption? Did you read the caption? Did you see the caption?
Let me see what his caption is.
Read the caption. You got to read the caption, and then I definitely want to know what the peoples have to say about what he said.
Another PSA from a real woke white man, Dr. Shane Perry Sr. Y'all niggas are welcome. Let's see what these comments had to say.
Oh boy,
dude, I just screamed so bad.
Oh
Lord.
Boy.
This crazy fool said ugly children. I'm crying. This ain't funny, but it's funny. Dude, you crazy for real. Oh, he responded to that one. You're crazy like Fatal Instinct crazy. You literally stalk all my posts. I don't like old dusty assholes. I don't want you, bitch. Woo! Woo! Woo!
All right, so
anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, let's get off it. Let's get off it. I'll be
so he didn't need to be in the church any longer. If this is how you feel.
No, he doesn't need to be in the church no more.
But okay, is he wrong?
Yes.
Not he's wrong about
yes.
When he said marry, and then he was like, or just have babies with. Like that was the craziest shit ever. But then his point about black men and the white women that they pick.
Bruh, I've heard that from black women for years. But guess what? That's black women. And if I was a black woman, I'd be mad about what he said about black. Like we get to pick it. Like so. Hey, black ladies, are y'all for real?
Upper
like
echelon.
Upper echelon. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Really? Is that real? Talk to me, black women. I know some of y'all in the comments. Y'all tell me, please, because the black women I know is going for black dudes. I'm just saying. And, well, not all of them.
You see, okay, here we go. Okay, so there are very few. Well, no, we'll scrap that. You're right. You're right.
No. Right. Don't back out now.
No, Dr. Shane Perry.
Say it. Don't back out now. You know why? It don't matter. Say it.
That is the same Shane Perry. That is.
It does.
All right. So when you see a white guy with a black girl, how often do you see them with the same quality of that a black guy would pick for the white girl? How often? It's normally a white guy is gonna always find the slim, the like he said, the upper echelon of our women. They do. They don't like. They always say the white girl's too fat for them, even the ones we call thick. So that's why he was like, you always pick the fat girls because we call them thick, they call them fat, they don't like them. So they hardly ever end up with white dudes. White dudes gonna find a little skinny little black girl.
I disagree. The reason I disagree, I'm gonna tell you why I disagree, is because I got two words for you. Serena Williams.
Look at her now.
Oh, that's right. She is on Ozempic now. Ah, my bad. You know what?
Yes.
Proceed, nigga.
Proceed, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we and I can attest because I got a lot of homeboys who were shot down by the black girls, and they say they only date white women for whatever reason, and the white women they always picked were always, well, not always, because some of them were nice looking, but they were always damaged. They were always help you carry your heavy load. They were always damaged. They were like those were the ones who would circulate themselves around.
See, I always thought it was the like around tax time. You know what I'm saying? You see the dude, the real skinny, dusty dude behind the real big girl at the counter at the grocery store. Like,
but that doesn't go for just the white women. But these are the white women that we actually fall in love with these white girls because Well, there's a
White
they nasty though. They nasty, yeah.
girl.
But they real nasty though. That's why we do that for real. But yeah, real
I
nasty.
wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
I got some homeboys that'll tell some stories. Here you go. Again, I don't know no better. This is just what I've been told. Once again, people tell me things. I'm a listening ear. You can talk to me about almost anything. I might stop you and tell you, hey man, you don't need to do that no more. But I'm gonna listen. I am gonna listen, buddy.
Well, here's the thing. What more like while we were researching this whole Shane Perry thing, because he's been when we started moving down this road, like the church stuff and leaning into that, my timeline on all social media turns into this stuff. So it keeps popping up to me. But something else came across that I'm sorry, I just read a comment. There's a misconception that we have money because listen here, lady.
That's what they keep
Actually,
telling us,
you
that y'all
look
have
fly
great
though,
credit
bro.
scores. They say
Right.
they have great credit scores. I know them fat white girls, they always got food. They may not have a bunch of money, but they always got snacks.
Jesus.
And they're not gonna ask you for your money like the fat black girls will. Fat black
Right.
chicks gonna tell me they want your money.
They gonna come out the money. But here's the thing.
I'm just kidding. I promise I'm joking. But no, fat white girls ain't gonna never ask for $1 though, ever.
The views expressed by Tommy with an H are his and his alone, and do not necessarily represent the views of the Let's Get Canceled podcast or its co-host. Hey, so look, what kind of pulled me on this right here, which is interesting. While we were researching this story, this thing happened, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show y'all this. And y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all already know what it is by the time I pulled it up. So let's go ahead and play this a little bit.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA for a vital part of movie making. We're here to
Look here, Delroy jumped in there quick, did he? He said,
Like he
we're here for-"
thought, but he was gonna say something. Looked down and saw who it was.
He knew he was next to a borderline YN. And what he did, he was like, like the old man, like the old black men do. You remember when Dave Chappelle had that skit, was like, nigga, don't do that. That's 5 to 10. That's what
Right,
Delroy Lindo
right.
just said. Little nigga. Now, backstory. This dude is from, like, there is a movie that was winning an award that was kind of chronicled his story with Tourette's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that, and my understanding of Tourette's, and I do not at any point claim to be an expert, but my understanding is that you have little to no control over when you have that tick with Tourette's, because everybody who has Tourette's does not have that specific tick.
Correct.
But when you have these specific ticks, and that, what is it called? I almost called it something about capital something.
They say the name in the clip there.
Yeah, but he said it. Now, coprolalia. Coprolalia
there you
is
go.
a word. I'm very proud of myself for finding that. But I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at the dude.
Right.
I am. Well, before I go down that road, you tell me, what did you think when you heard? I know you weren't watching the BAFTA Awards, so you heard about this later.
Did not know it was a thing. Did not
I
know it
didn't
was a
either.
thing. I only heard
Not
it.
until
I
this.
only heard it was a thing because 2 black dudes were on stage and the word nigga got yelled out in the middle of their presentation. That's the only reason I knew there was a such thing as BAFTA. And then when I saw it and I heard that, I was like, wow, what was that all about? And then we see that there was a guy with Tourette's. And I was like, okay, guy with Tourette's. And then I hear, oh, this was a 2-hour delay. There was a recording on this. And I was like, oh, so BAFTA wanted us to hear these 2 black men be called the N-word in the middle of their presentation. And that's when I got a little bit of that's unfair. And was that to bring awareness to Tourette's? Was that something that was agreed upon? Did they discuss this with the 2 black men? To come to find out, none of that happened. It was just the fact that we heard it, we saw it, we addressed it during the award ceremony. So we're going to keep it in and let it go.
Well, speaking of,
however,
I want to play you what they said during the show.
Okay.
For that, right? So let me make sure I do this right. I'm sorry. 'Cause I do want to show y'all I want to give them a chance to see what they had to say about
Mm-hmm.
what had just taken place.
Alan Cumming addressed the incident during the ceremony, telling viewers, "You may have noticed some strong and offensive language tonight. Tourette's syndrome is a disability, and the tics you have heard are involuntary, which means the person has no control over their language. We apologize if you were offended."
So the dude left the auditorium like shortly after that. Now
Mm-hmm.
Tanya has a real question. Why was his tick racist though? How come he didn't say cracker? How come he didn't say cat or dog? And from my
Those things aren't
understanding,
offensive. And Copolela or whatever it's called, I can't pronounce it. I'm not reading it, but whatever that particular tick is, it's usually something that is offensive.
really,
And those are the ones that come out at those inappropriate times.
right? Well, we found some black people who actually have Tourette's, and their response to what was going on. One young lady in particular.
Get me off of screen. Take me off screen.
One young lady in particular, and now Tanya believes that this was a publicity stunt for his documentary. What do you think about that? You think that?
I don't, simply because it's Tourette's and things are said. And most of the time there are horrible things said, and the N-word is a tick for a lot of people. So are a lot of other horrible things that you can say to people, and it just comes out at some weird times. And like I said, I was listening to one young lady describing, and she was like, I don't speak German, but I listened to a German album, and at some point it got stuck in my head, and I was reciting the lyrics to this song, and I went through the longest tick I had ever had while I was reciting this entire song. So it's something that just gets in your head and it sticks, and at times it just pops out. So I don't think they have any control over it. I don't think it was a publicity stunt for the documentary. However, maybe them leaving it in could have been the publicity stunt for the documentary. That could have been something done intentionally to bring some additional awareness to this particular project that was going on.
Well, there's a young lady who does, she documents and chronicles her struggle, or I guess her life with Tourette's. Let's hear what she had to say about this in particular.
There's something I have been asked to talk about, and that is going to be the BAFTA situation. I have been seeing a bunch of outrage about it, people saying, oh, well, why would that even be in his vocabulary? I've been seeing a lot of people be like, well, he said it like when the crowd went silent. That is most likely when a tick is going to happen when you're in public. We must understand what coprolalia is. Coprolalia causes involuntary swearing and inappropriate tics. This can include the N-word, slurs, etc. I am a Black person, and even I have the N-word tick. Is it a disappointing thing? Shut up. That it happened in public in front of that entire crowd, specifically to Michael B. Jordan and the other presenter. I'm so sorry, I do not know his name. I wish I did. Yes, it is a very unfortunate situation. Seeing so many people say that they would invoke violence against people with coprolalia if they can't control their tics. That's ableism. It's something that we can't control. Aggression in the brain being triggered and ultimately causing inappropriate tics. Michael B. Jordan and the other presenter have the right to be upset, especially if they were not aware. However, we need to understand and educate ourselves. And on my videos, I constantly see people saying, so funny, if I had cursing tics, I would be laughing all the time. But when people actually have cursing tics, then it's offensive and they're a bad person. This is not me saying that people don't have the right to be offended. However, you can't be offended when a disabled person is disabled.
As a Black woman.
That's a good point.
I hear what she's saying. What you got? What we got?
I didn't see this other young lady. I'm going to see what she has to say as well, because this is somebody I'm not familiar with. I was familiar with the last young lady. Let's see. This young lady.
With John Davidson and Michael B. Jordan and Delroy. The editing team that chose to keep that in and say, y'all, let's actually broadcast that to everybody. Let's just show that pain and hurt that they experienced to everybody. Let's just show his most embarrassing moment to everybody. That's where I feel that we need to focus our discourse on. Because what do you mean? Why would you keep
Of course.
intentional?
Right.
And then the last myth that I wanted to talk about, or misconception I want to talk about, is people saying that it must be in his vocabulary if he said it, which is not how carpolalia works. It's not the filter is removed and you can just say whatever you want to say or that you've been holding back. There's different situations that might trigger the thing that you know and have been taught socially of this would be the worst time to say XYZ. That is where the disability comes in. And that's where it will say, I don't care. This is what you're going to say. And you unfortunately say it. That.
You know what? I never thought of it that way. I never thought about it like that. Like it's of course it's in your vocabulary. Like you've heard over and over again not to do this at this point. Right. I don't know. Again, I'm gonna say it. I do not understand how that particular part of Tourette's works. But if based on the people who
have it,
and they're both black and they're both saying, so if they're defending, I guess defending is the wrong word. If they're trying to clear up the misconceptions surrounding the event, then I mean it's like Shane Perry trying to tell me the difference between nigga and nigga. I'm sorry, bro. Like you don't get to tell me, so I don't get to tell them either. Now I can tell you how I feel, and I agree with her. Hey, they left that in there. We're talking about what was it? A 2-hour delay?
2 hours.
A 2-hour delay, and they left that in there while they edit out other stuff.
Yes. Yeah, the Free Palestine stuff was edited out. Other situations were edited out. So that I'm really questioning what they had going on in that particular moment.
Right.
Why would they keep him in? I'm not gonna force him out. I'm not gonna force him out. No. Because I feel like that's a little discriminatory, and hopefully it could happen, but hopefully it doesn't. But when it does happen, I think there should be an apology, even still. And it's something that I can't help. But even if I can't help it, it's offensive, and I know it made you feel a certain way. The apology was the least that it could be. And I watched somebody earlier mention, they were saying, like, if your mother dies, and I'm saying I'm sorry that happened. It's not that I did it, but it's the fact that I understand it's something that hurts you. So I want to apologize and make you feel a little bit better about it. And the person who did it came out and said a lot, but there was not an apology to those that were impacted.
Right. It says, how would it be if those in attendance and both presenters heard and responded, but it was edited to all viewers? Were the viewers to blame, the presenters for being sensitive, or stomach it? I'm not quite sure I understand.
If there was someone that if they decided to respond to the N-word being yelled, right. if Delroy had not stopped the YN from saying what was on his mind, would they have edited that part out? Or would they have had their Oscar moment and we got to keep my wife's name out your effing mouth slap? Right. Would they keep it in for that? Or would there be we can't show that part? And then when it finally came out, would we be offended that it got cut out? Or had they let that part happen, would we be offended that they yelled at someone with Tourette's for yelling something out?
Some people that posted some stuff were saying stuff like, try not to villainize this person and their disability, but the hard ER being thrown at you in front of all your peers at what may be the peak of your careers during Black History Month is an isolating and dehumanizing experience. Agreed.
And there should be an apology, not just from the BAFTA MC. There should have been an apology from that person that yelled it out. I know I can't control it, but I'm sorry that it happened at this particular moment. That was the worst thing that could have ever happened, and I'm so sorry that it happened in this particular moment. It's so embarrassing because there's no. I've seen people with Tourette's apologize. He wouldn't be the first.
Hey, I've seen people step on somebody's shoes and didn't mean to. I've seen people bump into people and knock a drink over and didn't mean to. You know what they do? You know when they get slapped? When they get slapped for that stuff is when they don't acknowledge and apologize.
Right.
And we're not talking about your disability or whatever. If you were in a wheelchair, you rolled over my foot, you would say, I'm sorry. You would say, excuse me. You would say, oops,
Right.
my bad. Like, hey, I'm not telling you can control what's going on. What I am saying, though, is that you know that your disability caused some sort of discomfort or issue to someone else, and that's a problem. If I was blind, I can't see nothing. I can't control what I bump into. But if I bump into you, I say, excuse me. I say, my bad. I'm sorry. That's the same. That's all I'm saying with this situation. And apparently, this man has stood 10 toes down and decided I ain't apologizing for nothing. And that's a
because
problem.
I think he's coming from a point of, if I apologize here, I will constantly be apologizing. I will always be apologizing, because anytime something comes out, I'm going to always be on apology mode, and it's just something that I can't help. So why even bother? I get that point of it.
I get gas if I fart on the elevator and you know it was me. I can't say if you don't know it's me, hey, it's whatever. But if it's just me and you on there, I'm gonna say, my bad, excuse me. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but not if you do. But not if you're constantly doing it. Not if you're constantly doing it. After a
If
while,
I'm
you're like,
constantly
no,
doing
I'm not doing it. And again, for you, it'll be intentional. It wouldn't be something that you can't.
This
control.
is hilarious. I don't know why this is so funny to me.
Now you need to scroll.
Hey, listen. A white lady said, so if a black man with Tourette's yelled white bitch whenever a white woman was in their sight, that would be received pretty empathetically, right? No problems, right?
But with that, it's just like rap music. Some things are just not gonna happen. Like I posted some years back, and nobody ever agreed with me. But if you change bitch to white bitch in every motherfucking rap song, if you change nigga to cracker in every rap song, there would be no more curse words in rap songs. If hoes turn to white hoes, there would be no more rap. All of these N words that you're hearing in rap that you can't help but say, there would be no more rap. There would be no more rap. So for me, it's just one of those situations where it's never equal. It's never going to be one of those things that's equal. It's never going to be one of those things that they're going to give us the same grace that we're supposed to give them. It's never going to happen.
You know what? I agree, and it's not. It just doesn't happen.
Jimmy C, what up, boy?
Hey, I want to. I just saw her face pop up, and I just want to hear what she had to say about it, because I love her to death, and let's see what she got to say. You know who Jamel
put that
Hill.
little girl back up there.
You know Jamel Hill. Let's see what she had to say.
Jamel Hill also addressed the broader expectation placed on Black public figures, writing, asking for more grace for the person who shouted a racist slur instead of for Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, who had to push through being embarrassed in front of their peers. But that's often the expectation, that Black people are just supposed to be okay with being disrespected and dehumanized so that other people don't feel bad.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Let me tell you like this, and I hate to be
your
this guy.
black ass off the dang on sidewalk and walk in the mud, boy. Don't make me move.
Right.
This is that.
Here's the thing. We talk about, and I started to say I hate to be this guy, but I don't. I love being this guy. When you take a system in the United States of America, I don't even refer to it as America, because America is a continent and it's two separate continents. You got America and South America. But anyway, when you have, and Central America, excuse me, pardon me, my Caribbean people. Anyway, so when you have a system in the United States of America that is put together to impoverish Black families, separate Black families, literally giving incentives for you not to be with your significant other, having a Black man in the household, then create a legal system that automatically creates this pipeline starting in elementary school to prison, and you put all of those factors in place, and then people act out. They don't have a choice in that situation, or they feel like they don't have a choice because of the system that you've put in place. But they're criminals. They're deviants. They're super predators. Thanks, Hillary. So, but we don't have any compassion for them. We don't have any compassion for that. But because you have a medical condition, guess what? Diabetes, disproportionately affects black households, black people. Certain types of cancers, especially for women,
blood pressure,
blood pressure, all that stuff. And you know what happens? It's chalked up to inferiority.
It's your fault.
Sometimes your habits, you're this, you're
It's
that.
your
Well,
fault.
guess what?
Yeah.
If we don't got no love for them, I ain't got no love for nobody. I'm sorry.
I love everybody. See, that's the difference between you and I. I love everybody because the Bible tells me so. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You drop a honky in the middle of a rap song. I don't think I've heard honky in so long. George Jefferson, the last person I heard say honky. Like, that would be hilarious to hear honky. That would sound like something Mystical would say well, I can't even use Mystical because he's locked up for grape. But it sounds like something he would put in the song as one of his punchlines. But yeah, but I understand the hurt that comes from being called that. But I also am to the point of, if that's the worst thing you can say to me, you've already lost. Because that's the go-to. That's the, all right, I know I can't beat him, so I'm going to make him crash out. And if that's the worst thing you can say to me is nigger, and I'll be like, your mama like me, or your wife like us, or your daughter gonna marry one, or your grandbaby's one. Like those sort of things. Like, if this is the worst thing you can say to me is to call me nigger.
Perry said, don't let your white daughters marry. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Right. But if that's the worst thing that you can say to me, I'm like, you've already lost this. You've already lost this one. God. Like, you've already lost. See, here go the white buddies, man. The white buddies in here because they understand. These are conversations that we've had with them.
White buddies is in here.
Right. Like, these are conversations that we've had in the past anyway. So, like, they understand. They understand our points of view on this. This is just something now that the rest of the world gets to see. Right. So, but it's just like, I remember there was a situation that went on with when I was on the radio here in Jax on Sports Talk Radio, and Riley Cooper for the Philadelphia Eagles called some dude the N-word at a concert, and people were in an uproar about how is he going to go back into this locker room with all these bros, and after doing that. And when it came to the radio, I'm the black dude at the station. I'm doing my producer thing. I'm in the other room. I'm taking calls. And yeah, I was that guy taking those calls. And that was my point. I was like, Riley's, like, is he a racist? Yeah, because if that's your go-to when you're upset,
right,
you really don't like these people.
Right.
But if that's the worst thing that Riley could say to that man, other than socking him in his face, I'd much rather him not sock the man in his face and call him the N-word. And I was applauded by the white people on that. I was applauded.
Of course,
I would much rather. I would much rather you, because I was trying not to be fired that day. But still, I would much rather not. I'd much rather not come to violence.
No,
don't stop.
Because in my opinion, you resorting to violence shows a lack of restraint on your part. Resorting to racial epithets shows so much more, and that's why I mean, like, we've all lost our temper. That's a human trait. You calling me a nigger is a racist trait. Those are two
it's just
very
the thing,
different things.
It's the thing that they know is going to bother you so much,
right?
And they're trying to do some emotional damage there, and with that,
why have I not downloaded that sound clip to put emotional damage? Why do I not have that? I'm sorry.
Right.
Go ahead.
But that is definitely one of those situations where they're just trying to have some emotional, some sort of emotional damage. They're trying to create something in you that's going to trigger you to do something stupid. And there's a I can't let you win situation in some of this, but then there's also, as a lot of people have been doing now, is leave black people alone skits, and another satisfying
racial moment. I love it.
Yeah, like those sorts of things there. I see them, and I'm like, yeah, I see them.
I love it.
But I think so. But I think sometimes it just proves that we are we've got to do better. We've got to do better.
We who?
America.
America.
Us as us as a country. Us as a country.
There you go with your Republican stuff. All right. Well, that's you got it. That's it. Listen.
We don't need to do better. We don't need to do better.
Not before we get this other stuff under control. I don't need
what other stuff
on the totem pole of
you
things
can't
that
tell
need
me
to be addressed. I'm sorry.
You can't tell me that racism. You can't tell me that racism is gonna end ever. Because when people tell me that racism doesn't exist, and I can point them to, they were like, I'm not a racist. I'm like, but I know that you know one. Every white person that I know knows they're racist. So therefore, all of y'all don't know the same racist, I'm sure. So you're never gonna get rid of this crap because there's a ton of them. There's billions of you sons of bitches. And I'm pretty sure that there are at least a billion racists. So we're never gonna get rid of all of them. Hey, unless we do like Shane Perry says and start banging all their daughters and knocking them up. And then you can't call us niggas anymore because all of us are niggas.
Look, the funny thing is that you just said that every white person know. My boy, remember earlier what he said? I be knowing white people that would just casually call other white people that, and I just be like golly. And I believe that here's the problem. Here's the thing, and I'm done with this for now.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't done with it, but I'm done with it for now.
Because Shane's gonna come back and say something else.
He gonna say something else stupid. He said a whole lot that we didn't even talk about. But the thing is, with this situation at BAFTA, the situation with the ex-preacher, the situation with all this other stuff, we talk about white people feeling too comfortable in black spaces. What I'm talking about specifically is white people who don't have an appreciation or for the culture and who don't have an affinity and a reverence for the culture. And they get into a space and feel like, well, I'm here so I can do whatever I want. I'm sorry, if I walk in your house, I don't get to do whatever I want to. I made this example before. When I come to your house, you are my blood cousin. You are, it ain't like it's just a friend, a longtime friend. You are my family. I just got to the point where I can go in your refrigerator without first asking. And I still think about that from time to time. And usually Mrs. with an H comes out and goes, do you want I'd be like, oh yeah. And it'd be like, all right, it's in the refrigerator. So now I know I can go in the refrigerator and get that. I ain't going digging through your everything else, but like, hey, what's this back here? That ain't none of my business. So you have to respect the houses that you are invited into. And they will treat you like you belong there, but you gotta remember it don't belong to you. And that's where my problem comes in. It don't belong to you. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
And that's for me, my ending part is there's got to be a respect that goes along with this somewhere. Like again, you've been invited into the space, but you got to respect me enough not to be overly disrespectful and do something like that. So that's it. And this is why when Ebony says stop inviting them to the cookout, just take them a plate. I get it, because we don't want you to get to the cookout and then do something that's going to get you stomped out at the cookout. So I'll bring you a plate.
And I got to explain why I brought you around because it's
right. Because now both of us gonna lose our cookout passes. So
now I got to miss out on the ribs because you wanted to be stupid. I can't do it.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Hey, well, listen, man. Like I said at the top of the show, man, we appreciate everything y'all are doing. If you've enjoyed this conversation, if you've enjoyed this episode, please share this with somebody that you love. Share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Make sure that you hit that bell notification on YouTube so every time we drop new content, you are notified, all right? Also, thank y'all so much for commenting and chatting with us tonight. If you think that we've said something wrong, make sure that you drop us a line. You can DM us wherever you're following us at, whether that's on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever, wherever you follow us at, you can DM us and we'll get back to you. We read every single one of the comments. We read every single one of the DMs and we respond. All right. So we love y'all, cousin.
Yep.
This weekend, man.
This weekend. We got a special coming up this weekend. I didn't even tell them about it. Just know this Saturday, 8 o'clock, it's going to be a special. You guys be prepared, be ready. And we're going to rock and we're going to roll. So y'all just be here this weekend and we'll let y'all enjoy yourselves a little bit.
Yes, sir. Hey, well, that's time to go, man. We appreciate y'all. We ain't been canceled yet, so we got to do this again.
Had you left me up on the screen when my friend was on, I'd have been canceled for sure. So I appreciate you on that. But we got to do this again this
Yes,
weekend.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love you,
All
boy.
right, y'all. Love you, boy. Love y'all too. Y'all be easy. Peace.